So good morning and welcome back to Big Canoe Earth Sign. It's a new YouTube channel documenting hiking throughout all of the trails and parks of Big Canoe in Jasper, Georgia. Today we're going to tackle Meditation Park, and I'm really excited because I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite hikes in the entire community. So we have followed the guide and went on to Trotter's Lane, and as you come down Trotter's Lane, here it is. It is an absolutely gorgeous day, April 13th, 2024. And as you come down, you can see there's some trail markings. It says John Williams Trail. And I'm also going to show you the guide was completely accurate, and there is great parking right here. It looks like a few looks like there's a total of 5 or 6 parking spots, and you can also probably park on the street because at the end, sorry, I'm whipping you around, there is like a service area. It doesn't look like there's any houses down there. So once again, our guide, Migo is excited because we just got out here literally a minute ago. So anyway, back to the guide. This is going to be an interesting and complex trail and hike today. So we're just going to start at this John Williams Trail. I'm bringing the guide. John Williams Trail is over here, and it says Blue Blaze, moderate, 0.6 miles. We're just going to set off and start doing this. And I have the guide if we need it, but I think we're also going to get some good signage right along the trail. It's a little crisp this morning in the high 50s. Just beautiful spring day. So this says Meditation Park, and I love when they do that. We are here, and I'm going to follow. There's usually trail markers on the trees that are different colors, so that's really helpful. So we're going to follow the blue to stay on John Williams Trail. I'd like to do the whole thing today. I don't know if we're going to have time to do the whole thing today, but I'd really like to. Some of these connections on the trail are only like 0.25 miles. Blackwell Creek Way Access Trail. Nature Trail is 0.3. The Blackwell Creek Trail is 0.5, so we might have time to do the whole thing. If not, we'll do a part 2 on this one. Okay, let's go. We'll be back when we have more. So we're back on the John Williams Trail, and these are the markers I was referencing earlier. We're going to stick with these blue markers to stay on this trail, and that's just a really helpful guide as we go through to tell us we're on the right path. Really nice trail. There's some just beautiful natural steps carved into this slope, and I hear water, so I can't wait to see what we're going to find up ahead. Well, this is a wonderful treat. This is so beautiful. I'm going to presume that this is Blackwell Creek. It's on our trail guide. This is gorgeous. Migo loves water. If you watched our first video, you know he jumped in the water. It's pretty cold, and we just started. I don't want him to jump in the water, but he really wants to. Oh, and how cute. Okay, there's a bench. We found a bench. I love when there's benches. It's so sweet. And look at this, a little rock that says love. Thank you to whoever put that out here. This is so nice. I'm going to sit on the bench. What a gorgeous day. So for anyone who is not a property owner, who is wondering how to gain access to this beautiful trail, there are a variety of VRBOs and Airbnb that you can rent. and or you could buy something in here. You can even buy a lot in here, and then you'll have access to the hiking, which I think is among the best hiking in Georgia. So we're back on Meditation Park trails. We're still on John Williams. Is that right? Did I get it right? Yes, John Williams Trail. And these are just really cute natural steps on the side of this. I'm going to call this a ridge. I don't know if that's the right term, but maybe somebody eventually will comment and let me know. But I think it is. This is really a nice hike. I love hikes like this. Some people might call this a walk. In my opinion, if you have a chance to get your shoes dirty, it's a hike. I would wear hiking boots on this. I am wearing hiking boots on this. This is also not a trail if you have a stroller, but a great trail for walking or hiking. And this is so pretty. Wow. Okay, we'll be back when we have more. Okay, this is our first big surprise. I don't know if this is part of the hike, but there's a structure up there that looks like it's screened in. I'm gonna see if I can get us up there. And this overlooks this amazing Blackwell Creek. And the water is really racing today because we're just coming out of the winter, and I think that the water is maybe just running down from the mountaintop. So let's see if we can get up there. Okay, so quick update on that structure. I don't see a way to get up there. It tells me it might be in somebody's backyard because I can see we're coming up to some homes. It's easy to forget that Big Canoe is actually a community with over 3,000 homes and growing. But yeah, it is. People get to live here. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're coming up on our first impasse and we get to decide what to do. There's a sign here that says equestrian neighborhood. There are no horses here actually. This was how I think it was originally planned to maybe have equestrian, but it's just called that still. So there's a sign to go back that way. That's the way we came. And then I can see there's a footbridge, which on the other side it says covered bridge and hiking trails. We can go that way, or we can stay on this blue John Williams Trail. Today we're going to stay on the John Williams Trail. We may have time to do everything. If not, we're definitely coming back and doing that. This is an awesome hike. Okay, another surprise. There is a sign that points up to Trotters Parking, which I find interesting because I thought we parked at Trotters Parking. And there's also a trail sign that's pointing this direction. We're gonna do that eventually, but now I'm really curious whether we parked in the right place or if there's an additional parking spot. Let's go check that out. So we have followed the sign for Trotters Parking from the trail, and it brought us out here. There's more parking spaces. That's great. Although, I don't know how to get here, from Wilderness Parkway, because I put Trotters Lane in my GPS from the main gate, and it took me to that other parking space that I showed you at the top of the video. So I don't know how to get here, but good to know there's plenty of parking to hike Meditation Park trails. All right, so we're gonna get back on this John Williams Trail and finish that up and then see where it takes us. Another blue marker. This one is actually painted on, but that's just good. We know John Williams is blue. Okay, we've come back down. We checked out Trotter's Parking, which is also just a nice little hike up there. And now we're gonna follow this sign that says trail. Okay, it's Migo's lucky day. We're gonna cross this creek right here. How cute. We have more blue markers. We're still on John Williams Trail. This is so pretty. Let's see what's up here. Oh, this is lovely. And it looks like there's more trails on the other side. I'm looking at my trail and parks guide, trying to figure out what that is called on the other side. It looks like it's the purple one. Blackwell Creek. No? I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the Covered Bridge Trail on the other side. So we're gonna finish up the John Williams Trail and see if there's a bridge or if it takes us over to the other side from down here, which would be cool. Still on John Williams Trail, and it is lovely. We are walking or hiking all along the Blackwell Creek, and the sound is very therapeutic. There's beautiful birds singing. The water is just gorgeous. And one of my favorite things about the forest is when the sun shines through the forest. It's so pretty. So a nice surprise, there's another bench down here at the water. I'm gonna sit on the bench. This is nice. You could bring a little picnic or even a coffee thermos, hot chocolate or something. Oh, hi, nice jump. Okay, another surprise on John Williams Trail. We've come up to these rock formations and I see a sign, so let's see what the sign says. Blackwell Creek Bridge Ruins. The stone columns are the remains of a bridge that was constructed in 1915 as part of a road that led to a large house where only chimneys now stand in Wolf Scratch Village. The house was built to house teachers for the Tate Mountain School, later called Wolf Scratch School, and was the home for the superintendent of the Tate Educational Enterprises and his family. The school building is now used as the tennis pro shop. Oh, how cute. I didn't know that. Nice. Okay, so it's a little bit flatter over here. Makes sense that that's where they had a bridge constructed, or... And then we're still on John Williams. We still see the blue markers. Let's go over here and see what this is. There's a lot going on over here. Okay, I see. Well, that's cool. I'm not sure how we're gonna get to that other side, but the covered bridge is coming up. So this is fun. I have driven on Wilderness Parkway from the main gate so many times and gone through that covered bridge and always looked down and thought it looked so beautiful, but really didn't know how to get down here. So now we know it's Meditation Park Trails, and it's the John Williams Trail that will get you down here below the covered bridge. And look how sweet this is. And there's a walkway under the bridge. I didn't even know this. And then we have this gorgeous Blackwell Creek underneath. There's some signage under the bridge. Okay, the sign says Covered Bridge Trail to the right, Blackwell Creek Trail to the left, and Nature Trail to the left. So when I look at our guide, the Nature Trail is 0.3 miles. The Blackwell Creek Trail is 0.5. Covered Bridge Trail is also 0.5. I think we may go to the right another day and do Covered Bridge Trail. Let's keep going and do the Blackwell Creek Trail and the Nature Trail today. I have never been over here. I can't wait to see what we're gonna find. We have now come up to more signs. This trail is very well marked. Okay, so there's a sign to the right, Memorial Gardens. To the left, Blackwell Creek Loop Trail. We're gonna take the Loop Trail. Let's also look and see. Does it tell us on here about the Memorial Trail? I don't see it. So I don't know how long the trail is. We may do it. But first we're gonna do Blackwell Creek Trail Loop this way. Our markers have now changed to white for Blackwell Creek Trail, which is very nice for hikers to pay attention to. Okay, so we're still on Blackwell Creek Trail. We still see our white markers on the trees, which is great. I'm going to guess that this is one of the original trails at Big Canoe. This trail is nice. It feels more rustic than the John Williams Trail. Felt a little bit more groomed in some way, even though they were both, there's no pavement on either trail, but this one just feels more rustic. It's a really nice trail though, if you like this kind of thing. The water is gorgeous, and we're hiking all along Blackwell Creek the whole way. Really, really a great hike. Okay, little surprise on Blackwell Creek Trail. We've come up to all of these small bridges over these little, I don't know what you would call these, little runoffs, water runoffs, but we've got one. Of course, Migo loves this. I do too. And another one. And now we've got all oh my gosh, this is such a fun trail. You've got all these decisions to make. Do you go over the footbridge? I don't know what that is. That looks, I mean, it looks to me like that is, there's some homes up there maybe. So we'll see where that takes us in a minute. But I also want to show you there's other options up here. We've got our white markers on the tree, but then there's another sign that says trail. This is just such a fun hike. There's so many options. It has crossed my mind that I hope I'm going to be able to get back to where we parked the car. But I'm just really enjoying this experience. I think just when you set out on this hike, give yourself some time. Don't be in a rush because there is a lot to explore. I would say set aside 2 or 3 hours to do this hike, and definitely bring a snack. I just had a protein bar, and Migo had some water. Well, this bridge is a little wobbly. It's so fun. This is gorgeous. Okay, let's see what's over here. I don't see any signage, which is different because this trail has been so well marked. It looks like this is some kind of a utility. And I really have no idea where we are. But those look like homes. Okay. We're not going to go up there today, but I want to get back on our trail. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay. All right, come on, Migo. Okay, still on Blackwell Creek Trail. We've taken the trail kind of to the end. It appears there was no sign that said this is the end. However, as we walk, this is, you know, you can kind of tell the trail is tapering off. And it just sort of ends back here by these rocks. And I do see like a little white, you know, there's a little white painting on that tree, which would indicate we're still on the trail. But it's either this has been neglected or this is the end, because it just feels a little bit like an animal den or something back here. Frankly, it does. And we're going to turn back around. I don't see any bear or anything, but we know that they could be here. And if I was a bear, I would probably live here. I don't want to find out. Okay, we'll catch you back when we get back on the trail. Okay, so just wrapping up, we did finish Blackwell Creek Trail. No bears. And then we came back through the John Williams Trail, which is how we started. And now we are just at the end. We are going to go back up to one of the parking lots on Trotter's Lane for the Meditation Park Trails. We didn't hit everything. Today, we just sort of scratched the surface on the Meditation Park. This is definitely going to require a part 2. We did the Blackwell Creek Trail, John Williams Trail, and next time we're going to do the Covered Bridge Trail, the Nature Trail, and the Blackwell Creek Way Access Trail. Actually, maybe next time we'll start at the Blackwell Creek Access Trail, and we'll start on the other side of Blackwell Creek. This is a terrific hike for anyone who likes like footpaths and creeks and just to listen to birds. This is terrific. We saw a total of 3 adults, 2 kids, and 1 dog. And we were out here for a little while, so just a very peaceful hike, and Prince Migo loved it. Thanks for joining us, and hope you have fun out there. So did want to just follow up. The other parking lot is at the corner of Hunter's Trace and Trotter's Lane. And so if you put Trotter's Lane in your GPS, you should be able to find both of the parking lots for Meditation Park Trails.